Welcome back to our first Coach's Corner for the 2013-2014 calendar school year. We mentioned that our girls softball team has high expectations this year after a 25-win season last year. And returning again is Coach Freeman to lead our girls. And as we record our program today, it is going to be their first games of the season, both JV and varsity. They had rainouts the week before. So actually you're going to get on the field today, Coach.
We are. It'll be the first time we've hooked up against somebody in 2 weeks. We had a couple of scrimmages rained out, but we got to scrimmage 5 or 6 times, and it's been less than ideal, but we worked hard, so we're ready for it.
Coming off a great season last year, but that's all well and good. But everybody's going to be ready for Ponca City High School softball this year. Are your girls going to be ready?
Let's hope. Hopefully, I've done my job getting them ready. But we talked about that. While we fell just short of making our goal of the state tournament, but we still had a good enough season that people know Ponca City's a pretty darn good ball club, and we've got that target on our back, and that we're going to get their best effort. We're not going to sneak up and surprise anybody. We've talked to the team that people are going to pitch around J.C. Grimm, and it's going to be up to the other 8 girls to pick up for her and make them pay for when they do that.
Absolutely. Now, I want to encourage folks. The Sunday Ponca City News had a rugged article about Becca Clinton, your senior pitcher, who has been a standout and is going to go to college on a softball scholarship. Real nice article about her in the Sunday paper. And no good team gets to the state tournament without a good pitcher, and you've got one, don't you?
That's where it starts and ends in this game for sure. And we're very fortunate to have Rebecca back for her 4th year. She's pitched for me since she was a freshman. Gotten better each and every year. We hope she takes the next step as a senior, but she's going to take us as far as we can. We're gonna ride her coattails a little bit. You were also telling me though you're encouraged you have some young girls who can really throw the ball too. We do. We think we've got a quality number 2 this year with Kenzie Lyons. She's a sophomore. Had a great summer, a great preseason. Come a long ways. Hopefully she can go execute those pitches now when it counts. You mentioned that. You've had Clinton since you started. J.C. Grimm, your catcher, has also been behind the plate probably for every game that you've coached as well. Mm-hmm. And she has a chance to really be an outstanding player. Now, J.C., she's only a junior. Am I correct about that? She's a junior, yes, sir. She's one of the top hitters, top players in the state, in my opinion. And I think if you ask the coaches that play us on our schedule, that she's probably going to be the best hitter they see. Now with that, you got to stay humble. Got to stay hungry. She's got to have good at-bats because they're not going to give her good pitches. She's going to get the Barry Bonds treatment a little bit. So, it's going to test her patience and her abilities this year. But so far, she's handled that well. If you could, Coach, let's go through some of the other positions and some of the other girls that you're confident will have a positive effect on this team. We've got a couple of platoon situations going on at first base and in the outfield, but everyday starters that returned last year that odds are going to start there for us today and most of the season. We've got Emily Baker back at second base, a junior, excuse me. Jaden Hawkins will play shortstop. She's a junior. Carly Cothey is a sophomore. She's going to play third base for us. Madison Presco made a move to center field for us. We like her out in center field tracking balls down. She's a 3-year starter and a junior. And then Megan Carey in right field is a returner as a junior as well. And then left field, girls like Kaylee Gillespie, Tessa Wardlow are going to play and give us, hopefully quality at-bats and quality innings defensively. And then first base, we're going to split it between Kenzie Lyons and Jessie Parent. So we've got depth. We don't have just – obviously you have to have really good players at the top, but we really feel good about 12, 13, 14 girls that we can put in a lineup any day and that they can go out and compete for us and help us win ball games. Besides maybe attitude and confidence, wouldn't you say that depth would be, from when you started this process a few years ago till now, having depth was the biggest thing this program has improved on? I think so. I mean, just the competitive mentality that we have now. When we lose, it upsets us. And, maybe first year wasn't that way quite enough for me. But definitely, I mean, to have 24 girls out and to have as many quality players as we do, we've got a lot of quality down in our junior high too. So I think the program has certainly improved over the last few years. Now, if you could, let's talk a little bit about the schedule. You actually begin, I believe it's a district game today. Am I correct about that? Yes, sir. It's Midwest City today for district opener. Then we go right to Broken Arrow tomorrow. They are 7-0. Rankings come out today, but I'm sure they'll be in the top 3. And then we'll play 6 games Thursday through Saturday at the Perry Tournament. Our schedule, I haven't looked at anybody else's, but it's got to be as tough as anybody's. We're going to play Moore, Union. I mean, our schedule's loaded this year, and it was intentional. We want to be, record-wise, it's important to win games, but we want to be absolutely as prepared for regionals as we can be this year.
Absolutely. And the Ponca City girls coming off a great season last year. Go see them. They play over at West. JV action starts and the varsity will follow. Coach, much good luck. We'll see Coach Freeman here a lot this year on Coach's Corner about our great girls softball program. Special thanks to Jared for joining us. We'll see you next week on Coach's Corner.